Hello everyone, welcome to another guest internet video. This video is part of our series about the guest internet cloud, how to configure it and how to use it. We've already covered a few features of the guest internet cloud, and what I'm going to tell you about today is the codes feature. So I've just logged in to my guest internet cloud. I have one gateway controller installed in the account called Village, and that's part of a group called City. Now, I'm going to click on the codes because I can generate access codes from the cloud. If you remember from our training videos about the controller, we can log into the controller as the administrator, and we can generate access codes for the controller that are accepted on that controller. Now, I can do the same thing from the cloud. So I can add codes to my controller here, but I have a very powerful feature. I can also add codes to my group. And so any controller that's part of the group will recognize those codes and allow the person to access the internet. So let's start by generating codes for my controller, Village. Okay, so I get the box to generate the codes. I'm going to generate random codes. I'm going to make the expiration time 1 day. I'm going to set a download data speed of 1 megabit and an upload data speed of 128K. The reason is it's a low data speed. I have a lot of people connecting to one internet circuit. Now I'm going to create 10 codes, and I'm going to allow one user per code. I put the number there on the down limit. This is the up speed. So I'm going to set the up speed to 128K. The down limit, I'm going to set to 2 gigabytes. And the up limit, I'll set to 512 megabytes. Okay. And so what I'm going to do is click the button to create the codes. And you can see that the 10 codes have been created here. And I can then print those codes. We're going to talk about that in another video, actually. But right now, I'm just going to explain to you about creating the codes. So I've got a list of codes. I can send those to the printer. However, I have to configure the printer first, and that's in the next video. I can download those codes as a CSV file, comma separated value, and I can print the codes out onto any medium I want, for example, a document that I'm sending to people. Okay, now let's go back to the codes. I could do the same thing for the group. So I have my group called City, and so I can now create another batch of codes that are valid for all the controllers in that group. And this is very powerful. Okay, so I'm going to have a random code. The expiration time, I'm going to make it 12 hours. The download speed, I'm going to make it this time 2 megabits. The upload speed, I'm going to make it 256 kilobits. The download limit, I'm going to set it 2 gigabytes. And then the upload limit, 512 megabytes. And so the number of codes I'm going to create again, I'm going to create 5 codes this time for my group. So I'm going to click on create codes, and you can see I've created 5 codes for my group. Now, those codes that I've created, both for the controller and for the group, when I log into my controller, I'm going to see those codes, but they're going to be shaded in green. So when I generate codes on my controller using logging in as the administrator, the codes are going to be shown like this with a white background. But the codes I've generated for that controller or for that group are going to be shown with a green background. So that's how we know when we're logging into the controller, we know whether those codes were generated on that controller or generated on the cloud for that controller or for that group of controllers. Okay. Now, that's all I want to talk about with this video. The next video, we're going to talk about printing the codes. And so I'm going to cover that. Okay. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. please go to the Guest Internet website, download the manual, because the manual has a lot of information about the cloud account. So thanks again, and see you next time.